Fairytales.
The Detective Princess and the Stolen Jewels. A mystery in the royal palace. Princess Amara was not your typical princess. While other princesses dreamt of grand balls and handsome princes, Amara dreamed of solving mysteries. She was a master of disguise, a whiz at deduction, and a fearless detective in her own right. Her sharp mind and keen eye for detail made her the perfect sleuth, even within the walls of her own royal palace. One sunny afternoon, a dreadful discovery shook the palace. The royal jewels, a collection of glittering diamonds, rubies, and emeralds, were gone. The king, a portly man with a booming voice and a handlebar mustache, was beside himself with worry. He called for Amara, his daughter, the only one he trusted to find the missing jewels. Amara, ever the detective, immediately set to work. She examined the empty vault, the shattered glass case, and the footprints leading away from the scene. She noticed that the footprints were unusually small, which meant the thief was probably not a grown man. Next, she interviewed the palace staff. She questioned the servants, the guards, and even the royal chef, but no one seemed to have seen anything suspicious. Amara was determined to find the culprit, so she decided to use her most valuable asset, her ability to blend in. She donned a simple maid's outfit, her crown replaced by a plain headband. She pretended to be a new maid and began cleaning the palace, all the while keeping her eyes and ears open for any clues. She noticed a peculiar detail, a small silver locket dangling from the neck of a young kitchen maid named Layla. Layla was a quiet girl with shy eyes and a nervous smile. She always seemed to be avoiding Amara's gaze. Amara decided to investigate Layla further. She followed her discreetly, noticing how Layla often slipped away to the royal gardens, especially when no one was around. One evening, Amara followed Layla to the gardens, hiding behind a rose bush. Layla reached a secluded corner of the garden where a small wooden shed stood hidden among the trees. She unlocked the shed with a key hidden in her boot, and Amara's heart skipped a beat. She had finally found the thief. But as Amara peeked inside the shed, she saw something unexpected. Instead of the stolen jewels, she saw a collection of old, dusty books. Layla was not a thief, she was a bookworm. She was not stealing the jewels, but something else entirely. Amara stepped out from behind the rose bush, and Layla, startled, dropped a book. It was a rare, ancient book, its pages filled with intricate illustrations and strange symbols. Amara realized that Layla was not a thief, but a scholar, seeking knowledge from the royal library. Layla explained that she had been secretly studying the royal library for years, fascinated by its collection of ancient texts. She had found a hidden passage leading to a secret room where the king had kept his most valuable treasure, a collection of ancient scrolls. Layla had taken the scrolls, not to steal them, but to study them. Amara understood Layla's passion for knowledge. She knew that the king would be furious if he found out about the missing scrolls, but she also knew that Layla had no malicious intent. She decided to help Layla return the scrolls to the king, but in a way that would not get Layla into trouble. Amara devised a plan. She would use her detective skills to stage a grand discovery, making it seem like the scrolls had been stolen by a thief. She would then lead the king on a chase through the palace, culminating in the discovery of the scrolls in Layla's shed. This way, Layla would be seen as a victim, not a thief. Amara's plan worked perfectly. The king, relieved to have his scrolls back, was impressed by Amara's detective skills. He even agreed to let Layla continue her studies in the royal library under Amara's supervision. Amara, the detective princess, had solved another mystery, proving that even in a world of princes and balls, there was always room for a little bit of detective work.